Alright, welcome back to WMAC Now with your host Chuck Stevenson coming at you with the fight review. So we're going to Miami, Florida for Combate Global. We're going to this past weekend's co-main event, minus 110-pound catchweight. This bout was a little bit short notice. We've got Jade Jorand coming in at 3-2, taking on Katie Perez coming in at 4-4. So one looking to get further away from that 500 mark, while the other is looking to get out of that 500 record. So I was really looking forward to this fight because, you know, both fighters bring the excitement. So first round starts and both fighters traded at range early. Jorand seemingly the faster of the two. Perez takedown attempt got stuffed, got pushed to the cage, and then we had a lengthy clinch battle followed. Perez struggling to get the takedown. Jorand did end up on top briefly, then both back up. Perez still hunting for the takedown, finally switched to a single leg, and she got it. Ended up inside control. Some light ground and pound from Perez, still inside control, but then she passed to mount, hunted for Kimura. Jorand was struggling. She managed to get the half guard. Perez managed to get to mount again, landing punches as the bell rang. Good first round for Katie Perez. Second round started and Jorand came out throwing heavy. Perez clinched. Jorand broke it. Perez shot for a takedown but got stuffed. Jorand threw hands from the outside. Perez shot again. Jorand stuffed it, making her eat some hands. Perez held on though, looking for a single. Then she switched legs, but Jorand had a nice sprawl, managed to keep Perez out. Perez, though, managed to keep her against the fence. She was hunting. Jorand, good use of the whizzer, kept her on the feet, punching Katie in the face, making her pay for the takedown attempts. They broke the clinch. Jorand throwing some heavy punches. Perez went for another takedown, but Jorand was right back up, hunting for an arm lock. And that was the end of the second round. Good second round for Jorand. Open scoring, had it even going into the third round. Third round starts and Jorand started landing combinations early. Seemed to hurt Perez, who shot for an ankle but got denied. Perez tried for a single leg. Jorand threw punches and elbows. Actually landed in the half guard of Perez. So we had Jorand on top, landing some big elbows on top. Pressed Perez against the cage. But Perez did manage to get away from the cage. Got out and up. But she was still hunting for a takedown. Jorand, though, landed on top again. And gets to Perez's half guard. Some more elbows from Jorand. Big hammer fists. She was looking for a stoppage. And it was interesting because you could see her mom was cage side. So she was, really trying hard for that finish in front of her mom. Mom was cheering her on. Perez hung on, though. Tried to set up the triangle, but didn't get it. Both ended up back on their feet, landing heavy punches to the bell. And when I would say they were throwing heavy that final 10 seconds. So fight ended, went to the judges. All three had it 29-28 for the winner via unanimous decision, the Princess Jade Jorand. This was a hell of a fight. I mean, hell of a fight. The ladies delivered. Neither of them kept trying all the way to the end. Perez had a very strong first round, but once Jorand managed to get her takedown defense going in the second, she was just unable to finish those takedowns. It seemed like the more Jorand was able to defend them, the more Perez struggled with them. But man, she had a very strong first round. When you finish a round in mount landing punches, it almost seems like, man, if she could do that again, then it seems like it would have been a foregone conclusion, but she just wasn't. Jorand, on the other hand, she had, I'll say it, this was her strongest appearance yet. Her last several fights, she kind of blew her opponents out of the water. But I will say that this has been her strongest appearance yet, because she got challenged. She had a tough first round, lost that, but was able to overcome that, started fighting off the takedowns, came back out and took over. So I would say, yeah, even though her last 3 fights were kind of like blew her opponents out of the water, this was her strongest appearance yet, because she got challenged, she faced the adversity, and overcame it to come back out and take over. Now, both of these ladies, I'll tell you what, they still need work, but the potential is there for both of these fighters. I see Perez is always going to be a tough out for anybody. Like, she's not an easy fight for anybody, certainly in Combate Global. Jorand, I think, man, I look at her, and if she can keep working on that takedown defense and work on her ground game some more, keep working on it, and she obviously has, but she needs to keep working on it. If she can work on it, the potential is there. I mean, listen, Jade Jorand is on the verge of a breakout. The thing she's lacking right now is like a signature win or like a highlight reel viral finish. If she can get either of those or both in one, she has the potential to be a breakout star, because her fighting style is very fan friendly. She throws those big combinations, throws heavy, very fast, and she has, several intangibles, got the look and everything. If she can get a signature win or like a highlight reel or viral finish, she could be big. She just needs those. But again, either of these ladies are fighting, I'm definitely going to be there to watch them. Let's talk themes to work on for Jade Jorand. Keep working on that takedown defense. Showed big improvement. But there are a couple of strong wrestlers in this division that if she gets matched up with them, I can still see her having a tough time. So got to keep working on that takedown defense. Also, recovery from her back. When Perez got her on her back, it was not looking good for her. One of those strong wrestlers, or even an even stronger, submission artist, could have finished her in that first round. It was scary looking for her. So work on that takedown defense and work on the recovery from her back. For Perez, needs to work on setting up those takedowns. After the first round, she wasn't setting them up. She was just going for a naked ankle, and then if she could get the ankle, would go for the takedown for the single leg against the fence. Got to set up those takedowns, throw some punches, mask those takedowns behind those punches. Let's talk fights to make for Perez. I think Irene Rivera would be a good one. Both are coming off a loss, but Irene Rivera is back in action. Actually, both are just coming off a loss to Jade Jorand, but Irene's got a good striking style and isn't too bad on the ground either. It'd make a good matchup for Katie Perez. For Jorand, the fight I want to see from her in Combate Global, I'd love to see her match up against Andrea Meneses, who also fought the same night and won. Both have a very fan-friendly striking style. Both have been working on their ground game. I'd hate to see either of them lose, but that would make for a very fun fight. That's the fight to make right now in Combate Global. Or I'd like to see Jorand, maybe since Combate Global works with Ryzen, I'd like to see her make a trip to Japan and fight, one of the more stand-up heavy fighters over there. That'd make for a fun one too. But if staying in Combate, then Meneses. Anyway, those are my thoughts on this fight. Jade Jorand defeating Katie Perez via unanimous decision. Great performance. Heck of a fight for both ladies. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comments down below. If you liked the vid, please give it a like. While you're at it, go and subscribe to Wmma Scene Now, the best, most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.